Hey everybody, it's Mike here. Today we are talking about Fallout 4 on the Nintendo Switch 2. And I feel like every other week I'm talking about Fallout 4. I know they released it on the PS5 April in 2024. They also added the Anniversary Edition, which was very underwhelming. And now we have it on the Nintendo Switch 2. And this is very exciting because, Fallout 4, obviously not my favorite Fallout game. I actually liked Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 3 a lot better. But, Fallout 4 is still a great game. And ideally, it would be a great game to have on the go. I was kind of skeptical of how it would play on the Switch too, and just the Switch in general, because it is a little bit different than a game you typically find on the Switch. So I'm going to get into my thoughts on if it's worth buying on the Switch too, if it's a great port or if this is kind of slop. So with this Nintendo Switch 2 version of Fallout 4, you get all the base game, Automatron, Wasteland Workshop, Far Harbor, Contraptions Workshop, Vault-Tec Workshop, Nuka-World. You also get 150 Creation Club items, and you also have that Creations menu, so this gives you kind of access to that additional content. So you can mod your game a bit. You have that there. Now, overall, you have three different kind of graphical modes. You have 60 FPS mode, and that seems to be one of my favorite modes to play in terms of just gameplay and smoothness. You have 40 FPS mode, which is pretty good. This one takes advantage of switch to 120 hertz and VRR screen. And then you have the quality mode, the 30 FPS mode, which I tend to kind of avoid. And maybe I'm spoiled over the years, but when I'm playing Fallout 4, I've spent so many hours with this game. I've played this game on PC with tons of mods, running at over 150 FPS. So going back to 30 FPS, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel smooth. And so I tend to gravitate towards the 60 FPS to 40 FPS mode. So yes, it is great to have Fallout 4 on the Nintendo Switch, and it is great to have that expanded content that you would find in the Anniversary Collection. Now, my major thought on Fallout 4 releasing on the Switch is just the price, and I think this is a conversation of how Nintendo's pricing strategy. You always have to pay that Switch tax. So here in Canada, we're paying $79.99. After tax, that's just about over $100. And then in the US, you're paying $59.99. So this is pretty much the price of a brand new game. This game came out ages ago, and we're paying the price of a brand new game just to play on the portable, on the go. And that being said, I did try it out a bit, handheld, and it was okay. Honestly, it's for me. I'd call me spoiled, but I'm used to this game. If it's not running at least 64 FPS, it just throws me off. That being said, the 60 FPS mode is quite blurry. It is a little bit underwhelming. The game is very, they definitely cut back in terms of quality. The textures look very smooth and awkward. I don't really like how the game looks at 60 FPS, but at the same time, I would prefer having those extra frames, rather than the stutter and stuff like that. So you're paying this huge premium to play on the go. This is something to keep in mind when you're buying this version of the game. And it just goes to show, like, even for example, they recently released Mario Tennis Aces, and that game, $99.99. Why are these Switch 2 games so freaking expensive? It's wild. It's unnecessary. It's crazy. So I think this is better value for maybe someone who's never played the Fallout 4 games. And I think if you did play on PC, even playing on the PS5, playing this is definitely, a lesser version of the game. I mean, it runs okay, but honestly, the best way to play Fallout 4 is on your PC with tons of mods, and that's just great. But otherwise, playing on the Switch 2, it's a bit underwhelming, and I think a big part of it is the value. It's the price. You're paying way too much for this thing. If they priced it closer to $30, for even 40 Canadian, I could recommend it a little bit more, but this is a little bit too expensive now for how old the game is. And it's great that, they're investing in Fallout and the franchise, but this is not the way to do it by overpricing, a game that's ages old. But maybe if they added Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 and they package it all up, fine, sure, charge me 99 Canadian, I'll buy it. But this is just not enough for what you're getting. And again, it's great to have all those anniversary bundle editions, but at the end of the day, it's really not worth it. I'm just finding myself play on the performance mode, which is the 60 FPS mode, and this is very graphically dulled down. And if you're anyone who played Fallout 4 in the past on any other system, it's definitely gonna bother you. But that being said, if you haven't played Fallout 4 and you only have a Switch 2, this is definitely the way to go. It is expensive, so keep that in mind. But if this is the only way you can play, I think it's great. Yet we're opening this game for a new set of players who didn't have access to it otherwise. But for just them to just release this on the Switch, and maybe you already have Fallout 4 on the PC or something, it's definitely not worth it. Don't waste your time. Again, I'm mostly bought this game just to do this review. I'm going to be mainly still playing Fallout 4 on my PS5, and that's how I personally enjoy to play Fallout 4, or on my PC. But on the Switch 2, this will be fine to play on the go, say if on vacation or on a plane ride. But otherwise, I don't see myself spending too many hours with this. And you can see, the degrade in graphical quality. So that is something to keep in mind. But otherwise, yeah, that's my thoughts on Fallout 4. It's great that we have it, but it's way too expensive. Stick to the PC version. You could probably find that around for like $10-15 on Steam, and then that's way better of a version. You can do mods and stuff like that. Or if you do want to spend a little extra, maybe you get the PS5 version. I was having fun with that. But yeah, I'm sorry, I don't think it's worth that Switch premium price that they like to charge us. Anyways, those are my quick thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2 version of Fallout 4. I want to hear your thoughts. Are you going to be picking it up on the Switch 2? Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, yeah, hope you like this video. If you like this video, please subscribe and check out my channel. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next one.